Welcome to another episode of Inkle Talks Mini Chats. And with us today, we have Inkster Mist, Penicillin, and Paku.Tattoo. No, Paku.Boale, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Paku.Tattoo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Disrespect.
no, man's got two profiles, isn't it? And he said to me he's got rid of one.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
You got a point. You got a point.
No disrespect. Never. So what are we saying, guys? What's going on?
We're here, man.
Long time since we've got, the little brotherhood together. We ain't chatted for a while. We ain't been in the same
It's
group.
been 4 of us, probably a year or so, man.
Yeah.
A year or so, easy.
About that.
No, because in January, no? January.
No, because I remember asking Will if he was coming back before Christmas.
There you go. That was last year, but exactly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's been 2 years since. It's been 2 years, no? Since you left London.
1 year.
Oh,
No, 2 years. 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
Over 2 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Brexit hit you like, I'm leaving.
I don't care about Brexit. Brexit still not happening.
Yeah.
It's just a disguise, man. It's just another name
Yeah.
for new people.
No, it's happening. Brexilla.
Yeah. So what's going on? What's going on, Pete? How's lockdown part deux treating you?
Lockdown part 2 is a blessing, man. I've got my time in my hands. I'm using these all the time. Keeping it handy right here. There you go. It's like an extension of the arm. So what else can I do, man? Making the most of my time, improving. So obviously, it's annoying.
I finally cracked that character. Remember that character that I was working on years ago, just before you left, and I was sending you the images. It was a character for a book I was thinking about.
The football character.
Yeah, of course,
No, not the football characters.
No. At the time, I remember. Maybe three poses done, but that one all. Yeah.
But I finally cracked it now. I've got it simplified and down.
Simplify what? Different angles, all the angles and stuff.
All the angles down, simplified.
Accessories.
It's just no accessories. All the accessories are just these 3 little bits. But yeah, it's all done and simple.
Okay, nice.
Easy to draw, simple style. No.
Waiting to see
complexity.
it.
Yeah. So what are you saying? Looking forward to going back to tattooing?
Going back to tattooing. Hopefully going to Guadeloupe as well. Quick vacation.
Nice.
But yeah, tattooing hopefully next week. The 1st or 2nd of December or something. Hopefully we can make it happen. The book is full, so hopefully I can go back to work and make a little money, because 2020 has been kind of dry. So we'll see how it goes. Can't complain for now, but I might start complaining early 2021, but we'll see.
Yeah.
If they let us work, then it'll be all right. But if they're still putting us onto another, a third lockdown, then it's going to be a problem in France, and people are going to go into a riot. I reckon nobody's going to take a third confinement here. I'll tell you that much, man.
Yeah.
I do think it's going to happen here, though. Again.
I think so as well.
You heard what they were saying. You heard what they were saying about they're just doing it so we can get a little break for Christmas.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That'd be a
But the thing is that they want us to have a break for Christmas, but what money we're going to spend?
Yeah, it doesn't
Where's
make
the
any
break in that?
You've been in your house for a month, burning up the electricity bill. You ain't got no money.
I think they should have just done it really hard and that's it,
But the thing is, I don't know if they talk about it in the UK, but they are pushing for their vaccine early 2021.
They're pushing it for December. They're saying December.
Pushing it for December.
I think they said Oxford University got some new and improved vaccine or some shit like that.
No, they need to stop this.
Yeah, no, Joe's the oldest, so he's going to get it first anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but They need to stop that nonsense, man. Anyway, blood bun that, man. Back to artwork now.
Yeah.
Back to work.
Yeah. So what's the guy? I see your art spinning. I see your art spinning is like it's switched again. Your tattooing is more it's fusing with your artwork now. Like you said, what you're gonna do is you're doing it's manifesting.
Yeah, I'm 100% pushing towards merging the two. You know, I really want the drawings to become the tattoos now. So I'm pushing for that. Hopefully, it's not gonna happen from overnight. But yeah, this is gonna be me eventually. The drawing will be the tattooing. Simple as I think I've got my my path in terms of art style and subject that I want to be treated long term. So I want to. This is where I want to go. So that's, I don't know if you guys just, this is where I want to go, and that's why I'm going to push. I'm going to push that.
So if you could describe your style, what would it be?
Right now, what I'm trying to push, I'd say it's basically, well, first of all, before I say that, long story short, I want my artwork to be reachable by any not gender, but any race. If I explain it properly, at the moment, if you look at Japanese, if you look at traditional American stuff, if you look at Chinese dragon, you'll find a black man will doing it, a white man will doing it, a Viking will doing it, whatever. Everybody will jump within all of this culture. But when it comes to do Afro, African, whatever sort of artwork, now people are going to stay off it. So basically, if you try to do like Afro stuff, only black people will come through your door, as if you are a tattoo artist or artist for black people. And that's what I'm trying to break with my designs right now. I'm trying to make it accessible and accepted by any population. So by that, I'm mixing different stuff. So to answer your question, if I have to describe it, I'll just name the elements that I'm using mostly for my design, which is in terms of inspiration, I'll be Africa, hip hop, and manga. These are the three things that I'll be thinking of when I'm doing my design. Like manga for the type of drawing, Africa for the element, the masks that I'm gonna use, or the stuff that the stuff that I'll put on the head. Whether the character looks white, Asian, black, whatever, they'll have to wear one of those.
They still got that 60% black.
Is it 60%? I don't even know, to be honest. Well, people will judge. I think it'll vary from the artwork, you know. Yeah. Depends on mood. Like if
it's your work, so it's gonna have your influence in it, and what you grew with will come with it.
Yeah, and these are my influences. If I had to add one, that would be basketball, but it's kind of too specific to reach a large crowd. So I will leave that out. But manga, so animes, Africa, and hip hop.
Yes,
these are the main three.
Did you feel before that you excluded people with your work?
No, because I wasn't doing this. As you know, I was in that semi-realism type of artwork, which is cool. But as you know, I never really felt like I was making my print doing this type of design. So I'm not out of it, but I won't be promoting it the same way as I used to, basically, just so that I can shift from one type of artwork to the new type. I still enjoy like semi-realism, but that's on the side now.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
Well, when I met you, you had your own. You were doing your own thing anyway.
When I started, I did. If you remember, I did that I was drawing some masks. And I remember some other guys were telling me, "Oh wow, I think you got something with that." And
I was telling you that as well. I was saying that as well. I've got one of your masks. I've got one of the masks. And I've got the boom boxes as well. I've got one of the boom boxes as well. So
exactly.
I'm an originator.
So you see, you've got two of the elements that I'm using. You know, hip hop and Africa. So
the funny thing is, you say that when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, who did that?" And it was like, "Oh, Will did that." I was like, So yeah.
Yeah, but that was.
I did see, like, you know, there was that passion in there as well. You know.
Yeah. I find it really funny.
I mean, not saying that your other work wasn't any good. I mean, because it was still good. But, you know, you can see that personal kind of element in there, and it was there like years ago. You know, on Rob's thing, I was like, huh?
That mask that you tattooed, that mask that you tattooed made me say, I'm leaving masks out of this game for me. Not for me, man.
Nah, but the mask game is large, man. It's so flexible.
Yeah.
It's so flexible. What you can do is you can literally do some nonsense with it, and that works.
It's flexible when you got your hands, but when you got my hands, nah, it don't work.
I'll take that. But, you know, you can jump on it.
Yeah. Well, B, Wagwan, what's going on with your style? Because your style's always changing.
Is it?
Similar. I'm trying to black.
More.
Yeah, you get some of your stuff black. Right.
Yeah, but the problem is, I mean, you know, it's not that simple to make someone do large scale work, you know. And I think a lot of the stuff I do only works large scale, so it's very difficult to get people to, you know, to get a whole sleeve done or to get, you know, a large piece of work done. So
I think that will come for you, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's coming. I've got a few things in the works, but, you know, it is a slow process, you know. Like you said, it's more of a just convincing people to.
Yeah, you have to push people in that direction, and eventually they'll come through.
Because smaller sometimes doesn't work. Sometimes smaller does work, you know. It's good to do both anyway, you know. But at the same time, like, what I want to explore is larger stuff, you know. And that takes time and, you know, patience, and we don't have that, you know. I mean, sometimes you don't have the people who are patient enough, and, you know, halfway through a project someone disappears, you know. So like, you know, sometimes
the bankers that stops them from coming. It
Yeah,
just needs to be like, nah, blood, nah, you gotta stop this.
That might be a problem, but, you know, it's just about staying consistent and doing the same thing.
I think it's different for you than us, though. I do think it's different for you than us, because what we do is me and Will do specifically is more of an illustrative style. So you have to get a decent size, but with yours, you can do a band and get a good amount of detail in that band with what you do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Can. But yeah, bigger is better, though.
Bigger is always better. Bigger is always in art. Full stop. Bigger is always better. That's my personal opinion. I know, Joe, you think differently.
Yeah.
No, because I'm just used to doing small
Go with
stuff
this
like
0.5 needles, less than single.
Single needle joints, man.
Less than single, half a needle.
Single needle rosé.
No, I haven't used a single needle in a long time, but I've just gone to tight threes to do more work now.
Yeah, same thing, like.
Yeah.
Tight. That's good. I mean, you get the hang of it by the time now. I mean, usually, I'm sure you have the hang of it. At the end of the day.
I got a hang of the tight threes. Yeah. But my journey is different to you. As you guys are changing styles and establishing styles. I'm just happy being here still and executing the stuff that I want to do now, rather than doing tattoos.
The main thing is you do what you want to do. So that's the main thing, man.
Yeah.
As long as you satisfied with what you're doing and the projects interest you, then so good, man.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting projects
wrong, you know.
wrong.
It's wrong. You're genuinely happy. Who's tell you it's wrong, you know.
I'm happy because I can see that some of the studying and practice that I've been doing is paying off. So I can see improvement in my work, and I'm generally getting projects that I look forward to doing, like I'm enjoying doing them. So
yeah. It's a good feeling in the morning when you wake up to a good project. Like, oof, I'm gonna kill that one, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I don't like about that? Is when you're like, oh, I'm gonna murder this tattoo today, and it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out the way you imagine. They cancel, or their skin is horrible, or the photo's horrible. It's just heartbreaking.
Worst thing is you think you're gonna be tattooing on the arm, and then the guy comes up and says, "Yeah, on my back, right in the middle," and then you end up tattooing like this on the side, breaking your ribs.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. Yeah.
But what do you guys do when you get a project that you don't like, but it's your style, but you don't like it?
You don't do it.
Don't lie, man. Come on.
That's why I stay silent, you know. I was waiting for someone to jump in.
You like it. You just have to. I don't know. You just get through it, but then from what I tell you, I try to add my own bits to it and try to make suggestions. Like we can add this here, we can move it to here, it would look better here. Not for personal preference, but just in general, because I've done portraits on the inside of the arm, but obviously when you open up your arm, the muscle moves, so it's not ideal for portraits. So just things like that. It's just trying to convince them, okay, it's best to get it outside of your arm or your leg or something. So just trying to throw bits and pieces of myself in there just through conversation. And if they're still not having it, then what can I do?
I think you have to. There's a balance, you know, because if you go in with everything the client wants and you're not sure about it, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna be sitting with the person for hours and hours and hours, and you're not gonna be giving your all, you know.
Yeah.
First, saying yes to those projects and then doing them, and then not, the process is horrible, you know. And that feeling of doing a project and you're not happy with it, or you're not putting your best in, or it's not turning out to be what it was meant to be, is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. And I think it's always good to reflect on that before you do something, But
I think that goes back to what you said earlier when you said, some client, you start something and the client will disappear and they'll come back a year and a half, 2 years later. And
like, but you're a different person.
I don't even tattoo like this no more. How the fuck?
Yeah. I mean,
but people, I don't think clients or people are understanding that. They in their head, I don't think they feel that he's going to be improving, or he's going to change style, or he's going to disappear. I don't think they realize that. A guy.
It is somewhat our job to make it work. We can't kind of put it all on them, because you can't say, you have to get it done now. You have to get it done within this period. Some people do it, like you have to finish this project by now.
Yeah, but some people get carried away. They come in thinking that it's going to be like whatever, £500 or whatever. Obviously, it's not. And even if it is, they still disappear because they're going to allocate the fund of the tat towards, I don't know, new rims, new trims, bottle of champagne in the club. And then they're going to call you like the night before, I can't make it because my dog is sick. So, there's all kind of reasons.
I can't make it because I'm going on holiday,
Exactly. Well, we have that as well.
But yeah, that's the thing as well, because the thing about all these shows, like tattoo shows, like they do sleeves in like a day.
What do you mean? Within the show, within the show,
40 minutes.
40 minutes, sleeve done.
Like, I want to get my sleeve done next week. Yeah, you're gonna be here for a while,
Exactly. Unless you're gonna give up 5 days.
Yeah.
Then we can get your sleeve done. We can get that shit done. But like you said, it's up to us. If someone's like, I want to get my sleeve done next week. Okay, cool. You need to give me three or four of your days. Because if you want it in color, it's definitely going to be 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know what possesses people to actually think that they're gonna get their best out of someone and rush them into a situation like that. What possesses you to think that? I don't know. Is it ego? Is it some kind of thing like, I own you?
Yeah, I think people are at time.
Maybe we need to educate those people better, man. because they get the education through TV shows, and they need to get it from the actual tattoo parlors, like the real process. Maybe some people don't understand the process of getting a tattoo done, and somehow we have to play a role in that.
Yeah.
You know, so some of them are obviously dumb, and like we can't escape from these kind of people. But a lot of people are generally think that, oh yeah, they're going on holidays like on the 5th. I need it done by the 4th. So they really think that,
and they're going to be in the sea, in the sun, and then they'll ring you and they go, oh, my tattoo didn't heal properly. Oh,
yeah, but the problem is some people will do it for them, That's the thing. Like, some people will do it for them,
Yeah, true.
I think like not everyone's on the same plate, No, like people will just, how many times I refuse to tattoo people's hands or faces, and all that stuff. I'll never tattoo someone's face if they haven't got a job or if they haven't got any tattoos, at all. Like people come in, oh, I want my hand done. Like then you have a conversation with them for 5 minutes and they're like, oh yeah, I might want to have a job in the future, and then they go away. I mean, that's
you get that a lot. You get that a lot.
Yeah.
You get that. I mean, I don't really tattoo hands, but you get that
conversation. So some guys don't have it.
And
you want a hand done? Okay, come tomorrow.
Come back in an hour, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have those conversations. I'm happy to have those conversations. Because that just but some people won't listen, like, oh, okay, you won't do it, I'll go somewhere else. They'll go somewhere else to get it done. Yeah. But then they'll come back and ask you to cover it up.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's definitely. Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm definitely on Wale's side when it comes to that. I'll put brackets though. If the guy looks old enough and mature enough, I'll ask him, what do you want to do, man? Regardless of him having an exposed tattoo on his neck or on his hand, if the guy looks mature enough and he comes through the door and say, I wanna ink my hand. So okay,
yeah, but he might just be looking mature that day.
No, but I mean, come on, we can tell a 20-year-old from a 40-year-old. So I mean, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're 40, mature but dumb, the dumb part of it, I don't care. Yeah, I mean, you've had 40 years. You've had 40 years on this planet to understand how life works. So if you don't understand that, if you were jobless and you want to ink your hand and then go get a job, I mean, it's not my job to tell you, blood, come on, think a little bit. Yeah. It's too late now. If you're 20, 19, 18, then I have to teach you. But if you're 40, then come on, man.
Yeah, you can't go around babying it. You can't go around babying everybody.
Who am I to tell you?
Yeah.
Who am I to tell you? Oh, maybe you should go get a job. So no, come on now.
I hear both sides of the coin. You can't baby everyone, but at the same time, you've got to be responsible for yourself, because some people ain't got no fucking brain, man, and some people will do shit to set you up. I remember when what's that show? Tattoo Fixers was big, and like young kids, 19, 20, were coming in like, can I get a chicken wing on my ribs? What for?
Really?
Yeah, what for?
So I can yam on the go.
Because they want that little moment on TV. Do you know what I mean? Or something dumb, something really dumb.
No,
so they can go and say they got it done in wherever you go.
Yeah, you got to be taught. You've got to be taught, like 100%.
So in saying that, you lot have been in tattoo game longer than me. Was there any errors that you hated, like the Chinese writing error, for example?
The infinity symbol error.
That's still happening.
What do you mean error? What do you mean by error? The error?
There's times when there's like a trend. When there's a big trend.
There's a trend. There's a period of time that everyone wanted Chinese writing for some reason.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, I get it.
But you know what it is? It's Pinterest. I actually downloaded Pinterest like 2 days ago. I didn't know that it was a thing. You know?
Where do you live, man?
You know what I'm saying? I thought I lived under a rock, but blood, you live on a mountain.
I'm sorry, but I do not.
No, seriously.
That.
I mean, it was the Pinterest thing, no? I guess.
I've seen you taking design from Pinterest before.
No, man, don't say that. Don't even pull me. Yeah. Is that right?
I'm joking. I'm only joking.
Oh man,
I'm only joking, man.
That's a hard label to put on me, man. Hard
and considering we know people that do that. We know people that do that.
Yeah, I think that's what Pinterest is for, anyway.
But the whole funny thing is with this Pinterest thing is that people come in with 4 people will come in with the same design on the same day. It's like, it's like, oh shit, how does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it? Or not even the same day, like the same week. You get like people. I've got this really good idea, blah blah blah, and they'll come in and it's the same design you saw yesterday.
Yeah. What do you guys think is the best time to deliver your design? Because me personally, I like to deliver a week before I tattoo the design. Sometimes less. Sometimes 3 or 4 days. And the reason why I like that is because it's like you go anywhere, you go to a restaurant, if they gave you food from a week ago or they made your food fresh, you notice a difference. So if you booked 3 months in advance for me and I'm constantly practicing art and I produce a design for you straight away, 3 months. 3 months from now, I'm not the same person that I was 3 months ago, artistically. So I might not want to tattoo like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So what do you guys think is the best time to deliver your design for you?
2 minutes before.
On the day.
On the day, yeah.
Well, for you, Rob, it's on the day.
Yeah. No, I've always got a plan. It looks on Instagram like I'm just whipping out freehand designs. No, I've always got a plan.
Yeah. You got the plan in your head, but nobody.
No. I've got it on tablet. I've got it on tablet, but I do it on. I prefer to freehand because it's a bit more like painting. You can move things around. You can change things. It's not as stiff, and sometimes the stencil don't fit the body. So I prefer the freehand.
Yeah. I think mentally you should always have a plan. Whether you should always have a plan. You should know where you're going with it because there's too many variables which happen on the day. To be. Yeah, but I mean, mentally you'll always have a plan. I think if you take on a project, you already have set a plan in motion. So
I agree with what you said a couple of days before because when I'm stenciling it up or designing it, it's like I'm in that space, I'm in that mood for that tattoo. If I deliver it too early, then I'm thinking about someone else's design and then someone else's and then someone else's, and I'm not thinking about yours. If I'm doing it a couple of days before, I know how I'm going to approach it. I know where I'm going to start, where I'm going to finish, what I'm going to complete today if it's a massive project. So yeah, I prefer a couple of days before, like earliest a week before, latest probably 2-3 days before.
All right, cool. What about you, Will?
So honestly, it depends because I'm kind of slow with my design. So ideally, I'd say like a week before would be great, but that's not always the case, and mostly because people harass. They're just harassed. If they ask you a month before the potential appointment, 2 days after they first reached out to you, they'll ask you for the design. So it's kind of hard in a way to leave the idea alone for a week before the appointment because people are just going to jump on you. So where's my design? Have you been doing my design? Where's my design? Oh yeah, I'd like to see my design. I'm so hyped. How are you doing? Hey, you good? So
it's like when they take the design and they put the S on the end of it, like where's my designs?
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, that's not how this works.
But yeah, I mean that like you said, that week to sit on things is quite important, you know. I was joking about the 2 minutes before the design thing, by the way. Yeah, that week, because you actually, you know, you might change things up as well, you know, which is, you might change things up and the client might change things up, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you
a
need
lot
a
of
bit
the
of
time,
leverage to
a
maneuver.
lot of the time it's for you to kind of sit down and sit on the design and see where you can take it, or if you want to take it somewhere else, you know. Because there's always that thing with each design, you can learn something new or do something new or take it to another level. So you give yourself time to be able to focus on that, you know.
Yeah.
The thing about, you know, doing stuff on the spot is good sometimes, you know. It depends on how you vibe with the client and everything like that. There's all those things which are important. If you have a good vibe with the client, you can do anything, you know. But if you're still uncertain, which is normal because they're getting tattooed. I mean, it's not a simple thing for them, you know. They're coming in getting tattooed. If there's that to play around with as well, you don't have time to play around with that as well, you know, on the day. But that time you have and you give yourself to explore different things with one design, even if it's a simple one, is always good to make sure you've given your all, you know. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I would say a week is a blessing, but it never happens that way, you know.
Yeah. We're gonna have to wrap it. We're gonna have to wrap it up though, because we're running out of time.
That's good, because my battery is about to die any minute.
Yeah, we are running clean out of time, so we're gonna wrap it up. I think we're gonna have to do another one. You know, I think we're gonna have to talk about stealing the designs now. We started talking about designs because I'm seeing some. Yeah, we're gonna do that next time. We're gonna book it.
You're the king on getting stolen, man.
Nothing new under the sun, man.
Anything gets stolen. That's why they call you Rob, man. You get robbed for no reason, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for being on.
All right.
Thanks, and I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, I'm gonna message each one of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
One love.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.